Pisces. Hi, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hi, my friends. How are you doing? I hope everyone is safe and well. If I can ask you this, it's completely free for you. Please subscribe to the channel and give it a like as it helps it grow. But please make sure you're still subscribed because my analytics show up in a different way than they used to. So just make sure of that, please. If you could, that would be totally amazing. Thank you. Also, the channel is about to turn 3, not 2, like I mentioned. The time flies by, so there's going to be a discount coming up for November and December of 33.3% off, which is given like a huge chunk off. For the big reading, that means from 150 to 100. For the small one, from $75 to $50. It's a huge chunk, and the coaching calls as well. So you may want to check that out and take advantage of it during these 2 months to celebrate the 3-year anniversary. All right, Pisces, let's hop in. We have for you out, and we're going to do this a little bit different because I asked what is your situation and what can you do to help yourself. This channel is all about self-empowerment. So there you go. What we have out already, and this flew out from way over behind the camera to right here. It really took a turn like a boomerang, self-criticism. And it's interesting that I'm using already the analogy of a boomerang because that thing comes back to you, right? You throw it out and then it comes back to you. So your angels are asking you to please be more compassionate towards yourself and to observe the times when you have critical thoughts about yourself and to make an effort to replace these negative thoughts with positive, loving ones. You are a wondrous being of light, even if at times you think you are less than perfect. It's totally fine, Pisces. Remember that God and divine perfection exists in all things. And likewise in yourself. And now we're going to draw from the tarot and see what wants to come out. By the way, what I was getting for you too, Pisces, you may have a huge craving for water. Here we go, the star. You may have a huge craving for water, and here we have water again. So either being drawn to water in general, or trying to drink water but never feel like you had enough. Very interesting. This could be rather specific, and it's also interesting that it would show up here with the star. That's Aquarian energy, and that's also like huge healing energy and success strongly indicated here for you. It talks about reciprocal energy. It also talks about being comfortable in the water but also on land. So what this is translating into for me right now with your reading is being comfortable in the spiritual realms, but also in these earthly realms. And what seems to be healed right now is the topic of indeed self-criticism, or the inner critic is what I'm getting here. And this is a good idea to heal and a good thing when this is happening, but it also can mean that patterns may show up stronger to show you that they're there. Okay, so if there's a bit more self-loathing, or this is how I talk to myself actually coming up for you, and that may be frightening, or it may be confusing, or you don't understand why that's there, that is why. Okay, it's highlighted, it's indicated that it's highlighted. It doesn't mean it's going to stay like this, but it just shows you what there is to heal within yourself and what there is to integrate, and how you're actually talking to yourself. Because we can talk very differently to ourselves in our thoughts. Yeah, wow, this is so cool. We have death, scorpionic energy. I love this, but immediately with death, it's like the soul is coming out. It's like, yep, that's also indicated with a star, right? Being a being on earth, but also being the soul incarnate in this body. There is something about letting go a bit of physicalities. Possibly also body image is what I'm getting with this. Realizing and recognizing that you're a star being, Pisces. This is good stuff, because it immediately promises, so the healing is coming to an end, and it immediately promises the new right here too. So whatever you have talked to yourself about, it's going to be resolved. And it's also interesting that I left this here. So the light worker oracle, right? So I immediately knew I was talking to a light worker here, that's for sure. And the interesting thing is, along this journey, first we go really high up, right? But then there's a lot of shadow that comes out along with this. That's this too, but this is also part of yourself, part of your human experience, to experience duality, to practice in those kinds of fields, because you can't practice as a soul per se, because this is like all love and light, and you practice the understanding and the unconditional love on earth, because this is a perfect training field, right? The perfect training field, and hence, you know, incarnating as a light worker here on earth during this incarnation. Let me see. Let me see. Whatever else for Pisces, thank you. Oh, wow. We have the Page of Crystals. I like this. I like this card because she's like, there is a possibility for you to connect to the wind energy actually at this time. This is the first thing. And the next thing is, you know, standing in the eye of the storm, so to say, being anchored, being grounded, but, you know, feeling the wind, but in a good way. You know how some people are afraid of thunder and lightning, but you don't seem to be. You don't seem, or not anymore. You know, it also depends who you grew up around. If they loved lightning and thunder, then there's a good chance that you're going to love lightning and thunder. If they were afraid of it themselves, there's a good chance that you have some of that within yourself too. So either you always loved lightning and thunder, or it's something that you're coming into. Same with those awakening energies. You must have grown accustomed to those energies. Yet there's always, especially as the page, something that's showing up here as, you know, being the eternal apprentice. That's what this is showing up as. And it's also like on your way to mastering your thoughts, right? Once again, and that's the self-criticism. That's what they mentioned over here too. Mastering your thoughts that developed during childhood, during your earlier years in life. Yes. Okay. So for that was it for the tarot cards. We're now going to do draw another card from the crystallery to see what you can do to help yourself within your situation. Let me see. What else for Pisces, please? Yes. The only thing, clear quartz. This is so interesting because we had something similar in the Aquarius reading. And the Aquarius reading, there may be something in there for you. There was also huge dragon energy, and that's indicated here as well. I really like it. And we have the bow, you know, being on point. And here the Page of Crystals, right? And then the clear quartz is showing up like straight up to the heavens, straight up to the skies, really being focused on something, you know, focusing your thoughts, you know, so they are aligned with your higher purpose. And that's what you're learning here as well, because this is not an easy thing to do, you know, because there's no way that you can control your thoughts like all day long, 24/7. There's no way. So you can only go through seeping out processes of the heavier stuff, and then you seep more and you catch the smaller stones, and then it keeps going from there, right? So you keep seeping, but it's not one process. That's why it said like the eternal apprentice here too. Let me see. But it's like you're on your way to very, very focused thoughts. And that means like your whole world is going to improve because you're so clear on what you want, because that came out, because you're on your way to mastering this area. Okay, so clear quartz. It is said that in ancient Asia, people would put clear quartz outside a temple to collect the energy of the monks' prayers. An egg waiting to be hatched, a song waiting to be sung. Clear quartz is a basket, a womb, the potential to become. The ancient healers knew this. Some say they use clear quartz as wands, allowing it to amplify and direct the energy they generated within themselves. What if, clear quartz asks, you didn't need a bunch of sacred tools? What if you only needed to learn how to grow an intention, direct it with your will, and amplify its effects? What would you create, Pisces? What problems could you solve? What could you put down if clear quartz was the only thing you needed to pick up? Or maybe not a clear quartz at all. Maybe just, again, making yourself this. Interesting. I feel like it's the prolonged reading of Aquarius in a way again. So I can encourage you to watch Aquarius as well for that reason. There's also, my dear Pisces, a ritual to neutralize overload. So if you're overthinking, for example, this is a good thing, or a reflection, what needs a reset within your life, that I will be posting over on Patreon for your convenience. And if you need a little bit of extra help here, okay. So I hope this was helpful to you. It's also interesting that it just wants to be where it is. So that indicates, and I just need to say this over here too, it just indicates to me, again, this is like the number 7 almost. You're right where you need to be. You're perfect as you are. You don't need to shift for anyone, right? You're perfect, even in the self-criticism, even in those phases that feel hard, or that, where you're experiencing certain types of death, right? The ending of processes. You're perfect, like throughout every single second and millisecond of your life. You're perfect as you are, and your angels know this, and they're encouraging you to see this for yourself, to see the beauty within yourself, even in the times when you struggle to see it. All right. So Pisces, I really hope this was helpful and insightful to you. If you want to follow us over there for the ritual and the reflection, as well as more card pull, I feel like we're going to use more tarot cards here to investigate a little bit further about your situation and where it is that you're going. You're most welcome to follow us over there. Link down below to Patreon, $11.11 a month. Or if you just want to support us, please, we really appreciate it. It's $2 a month. So if you feel you've received values and would like to help us, please go right ahead. But it's not a must, just know this, but it's highly appreciated. Thank you. I hope to see you over on Patreon, and if not, I'll see you next time. Bye guys. Bye-bye.